When we start to work on Popper 14, I suggest we spend a bit of time working out the first four big shifts. Specifically, the lightness of the pressure has to be understood, the slower speed that would be useful as opposed to a jerky motion, and the fact that the elbow or the whole arm and the elbow lead the shift, not the individual finger. After that, I would focus on working slowly on intonation for the whole etude without any concern yet about the up bow and down bow staccato. So therefore, I would not only go slowly, but I would go through the whole etude with slurred notes to give myself more time to listen to the intonation, to make sure that my left hand frame is disciplined and the whole steps and half steps are very different from each other, and also to work on the left elbow, specifically how it needs to change its angle and height throughout the etude when we play in thumb position, to always provide the most comfort to the left hand. And so on and so forth. Afterwards, I would then work on the etude for the staccato stroke up and down, and I would focus that my bow has a constant pressure, a constant light pressure, I would say, with maybe slightly less pressure as I approach the frog occasionally, so I don't crunch the sound. The other important issue to keep in mind is that we need to economize the bow a great deal, so as little bow as possible for each individual note. After this, we have now an alternation in the next few bars between down bow and up bow staccato. Whenever I will do a down bow, I will do about the same kind of bow stroke, except that I will hold the bow with just two fingers, the thumb and the index finger, so I can have the lightest possible weight on the bow. Few bars begin on a down bow. I want to make sure I always start without a big crunch, so again I would avoid first of all the frog itself and start a little bit farther and start also with a bit less pressure. All these harmonics can sound clear if we make sure that we have enough pressure on the thumb, and also at right away when we start the harmonics we move the bow near the bridge. The next note will be an F sharp thumb in the middle of nowhere, so we can find it very easily with security if we have a little left hand pizzicato. The next few lines are more or less the same in their challenges. I would say bar 31 will be the greatest one because we have right away a lot of notes to fit in the up bow, and therefore I would focus on economizing a great deal at the very beginning, in other words in the first bar, so I have enough for the next two bars. All these harmonics need quite a bit of left hand pressure in the fingertips to make sure we have clarity. That will happen again near the end of the etude. The remaining few bars also contain now some triplets, and I like to use a lot more bow quantity when I have the triplets to get the best sound possible.